A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
Welcome into the Sportsocracy. It is another Sunday morning, getting ready for Week 7 in the NFL, live from the Social in East Asheville. Thanks, everybody, for joining us on the program this morning. Yep, that was me. That was me again.
You know, for a man that spent most of his life being technologically savvy, I've never met anybody that's more computer illiterate in my entire life.
I just can't remember to turn the fucking speaker off. All right.
Hey, you know how you fix that? Don't turn it on!
Well, I have to do all of the editing and things when I'm not here. Excuse me. I did pretty good this week.
Well,
That's
put you a note on that damn thing, Joe Biden, to remind you.
I should. That is the perfect example of me. I have to have Post-it notes on electronic shit.
I'm gonna start.
Now, see, that wasn't me. I don't know who that was.
I'm gonna start calling you Goomba Tank.
Goomba Tank. You're gonna have to explain.
That's what some people call their grandfather.
Ah, gotcha.
That.
I thought you were racial slurring me.
Nope.
Welcome into the Sportsocracy. We'll be here live at the Social, Jeremy and I, throughout the afternoon, checking out the 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games. As we are every Sunday, we invite everybody to come on down and hang out with us and have some beers. Great, best wings in town. They got all kinds of food and drink specials as well every Sunday here at the Social. All the games will be on the televisions with the NFL Sunday Ticket. And if your game's not on near you, just come see me because I am the remote bitch.
Yep. And if everybody watching this could share this, since Facebook is currently fact-checking me and not allowing me to share shit.
Oh, no. Because you're fake news. That's why.
Fake news.
Fake news.
No, none of it's real. It's all fake.
You stop posting all that shit from QAnon, please.
All right. I threw all the money out of an airplane Friday. We're getting ready to do it again. I am getting ready to give you more action than Hunter Biden's crack pipe. Let's do this shit.
And you wonder why you're suspended by Facebook. All right.
Hi, Mark Zuckerberg.
All right, Week 6 in the NFL. Well, first off, let's talk about the injuries this week because
there's a billion of them.
We have quite a few key injuries this week. Michael Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders both going to be out for the New Orleans Saints against the Carolina Panthers. I like the Panthers' chances in this one.
I love the Panthers today. It's my stone cold lock underdog pick of the century of today.
There you go. Joe Mixon is out for the Cincinnati Bengals as they take on the Cleveland Browns. On the other side of the ball, Austin Hooper is out with appendicitis, so he will not play today.
He was infected with Baker Mayfield's suckatry. They just didn't know how to put that on the injury report. Everybody else is worried about getting Rona. Cleveland Browns are worried that some of that shit off Baker Mayfield's going to stick to them.
Yeah, we already knew earlier in the week that Raheem Mostert wasn't going to play in this game, but
yeah, because the football gods don't like me.
Yeah, the saddest news though is that now he's been put on IR, so he's done for at least 3 games.
Woohoo!
Yay! That sucks for a lot of my fantasy teams. On the other hand, John Brown is out for the Buffalo Bills.
Which is sad because he's guaranteed to score a touchdown against my god-awful New York Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Which means Stephon Diggs might go for 17 and 480 today.
And then there's Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones has a calf strain. He should get rested this week.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what that means? It means it's a fat Jamal Williams week. Woohoo! I love those.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think so. He's not the one I like.
A.J. Dillon?
Yep.
Well,
That's the one I like.
Here's the thing. I didn't like Jamal Murray before this, but now that you've said that, I like him a little better. It's not A.J. Dillon. I mean, he'll get some tote, but it's going to be fat Jamal Williams because they trust him in pass pro. They trust him in – for whatever reason, Matt LaFleur loves him.
Yeah.
I think they hold hands and skip through meadows singing The Sound of Music or some shit, which I've never understood. But, you know, here we are.
I think A.J. Dillon's got a good chance to do some things today.
Fire up all the fat Jamal Williams.
All right.
If you don't have him on DraftKings, you're doing it wrong.
How cheap is he?
Enough.
Like 4,000.
I'd say he's down there somewhere. It's not real expensive because he's bad at football.
Yep. So those are the big injuries.
Zach Hurst is right. I said Jamal Murray. One of us said Jamal Murray at one point.
It wasn't me.
I don't think it was me because I always call him Fat Jamal Williams.
Jamal Murray, yes, does
he plays for my 2021-2022 fighting in NBA champion Denver Nuggets.
All right, first game up of the 1 o'clock slate this afternoon. Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's talk about it. The last time these two teams got together, Cleveland ran all over Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. There was Nick Chubb that time, though, but to me that just increases the workload and the chances, the opportunity for Kareem Hunt today. I
agree with you. I am resisting the urge to pick Cincinnati. I'm going to take Cleveland. It's gross. Mm-hmm. I'll take Cleveland minus the 3.5, and I'm going to go under the 50.5. I know these two defenses are, Cincinnati's defense sucks, but so does Baker Mayfield. So.
Mm-hmm. I like Odell Beckham Jr. today, too.
I like David Njoku today.
Okay. Any particular reason? No, just a gut feeling that he's going to have a day.
Well, because Cincinnati's bad. Jesse Bates is the safety that will be on him, and he is about 7 inches taller than him. Mm-hmm. So, plus, this has been going to be like the 8th and 9th snaps he's gotten all year.
Right.
So he's going to try to prove a point.
Mm-hmm. Cincinnati's defense, or the secondary, taking a hit. William Jackson's going to be out. He's in the concussion protocol. He was the guy that was going to be on Odell Beckham Jr. So, I think Odell has at least 2 total touchdowns today. I have to say total because I don't know when he's going to throw again. And he should throw more than his quarterback does.
Correct.
All right, so Cleveland covers the 3.5. And you went under the 50.5?
Yep.
Under the 50.5. Okay. I'll go the over. Why not? Take the over on that one.
God, and I love the under now. Bet your car on the under just because he just said that.
Just want to be a little contrarian. Dallas and Washington. Good God.
They could play this in my living room and I would burn my house down.
What? No, thank you. Dallas is a 1-point underdog on the road at the Washington Redskins.
Which is insane to me.
Mm-hmm. It's Washington -1. I want to say they cover.
Washington?
Yes. I would not put any money on this game even if I were a betting man because I want to stay away from it. But I'm thinking Washington covers the 1.
I'm taking Dallas plus the 1.
I'm definitely going under the 45 though.
Oh God, I'm not. I'm gonna pound.
Really?
Over. Hell yeah. Which one of these? All right, Andy Dalton's gonna throw 907 times. Dallas couldn't stop a group of Girl Scouts. What lends you to under there? Mm-hmm. I mean, you tell me where the under's coming from.
Because both of these offenses struggle to score. Maybe not against
the
each
Cowboys
other.
don't. They struggle against the Cardinals because they got the shit beat out of them.
Yeah.
But
and Andy Dalton wasn't good.
I'm going over clearly, actually.
Okay. All right.
I do not understand how Washington's a favorite in this. If Alex Smith was starting, hell yeah. As long as it's Kyle. Bye, Kyle.
So you're taking Dallas plus the 1 and going over the 45. Okay. All right. We're on complete opposite sides of that one.
Where's that musley on, baby?
Antonio Gibson. I got questions about Antonio Gibson because
well, you're probably asking the wrong guy because I've been drunk on him for about a month and it hasn't gone well for me.
Well, I mean, he had a string of games where he scored twice in every game, and he hasn't scored in the last 2 games. And in fact, in the last game, I think he got fewer carries than J.D. McKissick. I mean, it was like 9 and 8 or something like that, 10 and 9.
That's because Ron Rivera hates fantasy football players. I'm convinced of it. No one will ever convince me differently.
But the good news for Washington is that they will probably be able to move the ball on the ground. The Dallas defense gives up an average of 21 points per game to running backs in fantasy football.
Yep.
That's gone.
Antonio Gibson is the guy that I'm on. Antonio. If a running
Absolutely.
back for the Washington football team is going to be fantasy relevant today, it's Antonio Gibson.
Mm-hmm. I have that feeling as well. Although the split in that backfield scares me a little bit.
Well, McKissick's real good in pass pro. Kyle Allen was getting his brains knocked out for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a long-term thing. I think it was just that game.
Yeah. All
And
right.
Kyle Allen threw 42 freaking times. I don't really look for that to happen ever again.
All right, Detroit and Atlanta. Atlanta is a 2-point favorite at home against the Lions. Do you think they can continue to ride the high of last week? I do not.
This line is stupid. You're getting duped by the fact the Falcons beat the hell out of a terrible Minnesota Vikings team.
Yep.
This Lions team's not terrible. I've been saying it since the offseason. They're not terrible. Now, are they good? No. But neither is Atlanta. Kenny Golladay is going to go bananas today. If you have not taken me up on our new special segment that happens on Fridays, it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Go to monkeyknifefight.com. Use our promo code TANK, T-A-N-K. First deposit, they'll match it up to $50, give you a free entry into a $5 contest. My favorite contest today is the more or less Kenny Golladay, Alvin Kamara. More than 6.5 catches for Kamara, more than 77.5 yards for Kenny Golladay. It's free freaking money. I can't say that any more clearly. There is no way those two things don't happen unless Kenny Golladay gets lost on his way to the stadium.
monkeyknifefight.com. Don't forget to use the promo code TANK.
If you don't use the promo code TANK, they don't give you all the free shit.
Exactly. And that's the
Take
way.
all the free shit. Corey Broda just asked me, Traquan Smith or Devin Singletary. I'm going to take Traquan Smith because Devin Singletary's not good at football.
Yes.
It's rare that I'll take a receiver over a starting running back, but here we are.
And the Jets are not bad against the run.
No,
So,
but we did just lose Steve McClendon. So if you want a sneaky, I think Devin Singletary is a sneaky pick. The difference is that I think Traquan Smith's the number one receiver in a not pass-happy offense, but I love Kamara today.
back to the Detroit-Atlanta game. Matt Stafford has yet to have a 300-yard game this season.
He's fitting to.
Since 2010, he has had a 300-yard game by at least week 6. It's week 7. He hasn't had one yet. He's due.
He's fitting to.
And he's going up against the Atlanta Falcons. And in the last 2 weeks, Kenny Golladay has had 15 targets and 10 catches, 119 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
I
that
like
a lot.
Kenny Golladay a lot today.
I also think DeAndre Swift is going to continue.
I don't.
Why not?
Because what about that backfield rotation tells you that it's been consistent at all?
No, but...
And if you're about to say, oh, DeAndre Swift had a good game, so did Adrian Peterson twice. Mm-hmm. If Adrian Peterson rips off a 40-yard run on the first drive, guess what? It's Adrian Peterson Day. Same thing about DeAndre Swift. Here's the thing. You have absolutely no idea of who that is. And you couldn't possibly know because Matt Patricia doesn't know.
Okay.
I don't trust anything in Detroit that's not... If it doesn't rhyme with Jenny Golladay, I don't like it.
Atlanta has allowed 4 passing touchdowns to running backs this year. Mm-hmm. Do we remember what DeAndre Swift did when he played in this very stadium?
I remember what DeAndre Swift did week 1, dropping the easiest touchdown pass in the history of the
that's
NFL.
Fine. Rookie jitters. That's fine. He's had a 2-touchdown game, and he is ready to roll.
Oh,
and he's going back to Georgia.
I feel a bet coming on.
Oh, really?
Yep, I feel a show bet. We don't do enough of these. You're taking DeAndre Swift today, correct?
Yeah.
As the running back to own of the Detroit Lions?
Oh, absolutely.
I'll take Adrian Peterson.
Okay. What's on the line?
I don't know. I hadn't figured it out yet. I don't care. Rochambeau, winner goes first.
No.
And I'm wearing boat shoes with a really firm tip. So
then I'm definitely out on that one. No, I think DeAndre continues it today. On the other hand, Matt Ryan had a 4-touchdown game last week. Do you want to take a guess at what their record is in games after Ryan throws for 4 touchdowns?
Not good.
2-8.
Yep.
In his career. They're 2-8 in his career in games after Matt Ryan throws 4 touchdown passes. And he averages 1.5 touchdowns the next game afterward. I don't like this. Julio Jones there's something. I think there's something wrong with him.
Here's the thing.
I know he had a great game last week against Minnesota, but that was Minnesota.
The Falcons are 2-4 against the spread this year, and I don't think that. I think it will be 2-5 after today.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the Lions.
All right. So Detroit plus the 2. We're both on that. Over or under the 55? Over. Agreed. Carolina Panthers, New Orleans Saints. This one will be on the big screen down here at the Social in East Asheville. We'll be hanging out. Come hang out with us. The Beer City Riot crew will be here as well. Carolina,
I've got a Bloody Mary waiting on me for as soon as this show's over.
Nice.
Because our producer's birthday was last night, and that's why I'm wearing sunglasses inside.
New Orleans is a 7-point favorite at home against the Carolina Panthers without Michael Thomas, without Emmanuel Sanders. I'm on the Carolina side, easy.
Yeah, I am too.
Carolina plus the 7.
Here's the thing. Vegas does not move lines for non-quarterbacks, which I've always said is stupid because there are guys that will move the number. Michael Thomas is one of them, especially with no Emmanuel Sanders. If Emmanuel Sanders was playing, that would be one thing. He's not. So it's going to be a lot of Traquan Smith and Taysom Hill and
Which, for fantasy purposes, you want to play Traquan Smith.
You want to play Traquan Smith? That's the only one I want.
Yeah.
I
mean, Taysom Hill's not worth. I mean, there's a chance he could have a good game and catch some passes in the red zone, but you don't do that.
No, it's not.
No, there's not?
There's no shot of that.
Really? You don't think they'll use him more?
Not saying they won't use him more. They're going to use him to hand the ball off a shitload more. He might throw 2 passes, might catch 2, and might catch 2. That's not going to be a usable day.
Yeah.
I hate Taysom Hill. I hate Jalen Hurts. I hate every one of these damn gimmicky-ass quarterbacks that come in for no friggin' reason to do something that the starter could just as easily have done.
Yep. And again, I'll continue to say it. I am completely surprised by what the Carolina Panthers have put together this year. Not so sure I like Robbie Anderson today. I mean, I know Marshawn Lattimore has not been shut down, but
I love Anderson.
You do love Anderson.
I love him today.
Okay, Ronnie
Wabi.
says he loves Anderson.
I love DJ Moore today.
DJ? Okay.
The Saints do still have one corner. And I will tell you, as a guy that spent many years of my life watching many games of Robbie Anderson, the better the corner he's going against, the more likely he is to disappear off the face of the planet. And I think that could happen today. I don't love Robbie Anderson today. He could hit a big one because Marshawn Lattimore has shown the ability to get beat.
Yep.
I just don't care. I look at the rest of that secondary and go, yeah, DJ Moore's going to eat you alive. I think is Curtis Samuel playing? Have we gotten
I think he's questionable, but I think it was trending up like he was.
I like this offense better with Curtis Samuel. Not saying he does a lot, but he is scary, and he's a guy that can beat you over the top.
Mm-hmm. I like Mike Davis today, too.
I like Mike Davis for sheer volume. I don't think he's going to be great with it, but he might fall in the end zone once or twice. If you have him, you're playing him. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. I don't know. You know me, I'm a narrative guy.
Yep.
Guess who comes back next week?
Yeah, and that annoys the shit out of me.
Guess who comes back next week?
Oh, he's got to prove that he did blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can dismiss it all you want to. That's the thing.
Oh, I'm gonna dismiss it.
Players, when they know their time is limited, they want to show out so they know they get more playing time next. When the main guy comes back.
He's already done that.
Well, I'm sure but you get what I'm saying. 50.5 is the over/under.
I'm gonna go under that.
Me too. New Orleans plus the 7, and we're both on the under.
Our producer Ronnie said not only does he see them winning, he sees them destroying the Saints 30-17.
Damn. All right then. I think Carolina plus the 7 is a easy bet today. Buffalo against the horrible New York Jets. Now John Brown is out, but I don't think that's really going to matter.
I don't care if they play James Brown. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Josh Allen, I think, will bounce back, have another one of those 400-yard performances. Stephon Diggs and Cole Beasley will be the stars of the game because they can't run the ball. Devin Singletary has not been good. And
he's going to be better today than you expect him to be.
Well.
Because no Steve McClendon changes that run defense a lot.
Uh-huh.
Now, you're going to have Fatakusi, who's a guy that they really like, but he's really young. And I do, especially with Josh Allen. The thing about Josh Allen is that he is always a risk to run, and a young lineman can get duped by guys like that. Mm. I could see Devin Singletary hitting a big one today because the Jets give up a shitload of those. I love Josh Allen today. I love Stephon Diggs. I don't think they have a tight end. I think all of their tight ends are Roned.
Yes, they are.
I think they're all Roned. They may not have a tight end, and I don't think it matters. Mm-mm. They can put the damn punter out there. It doesn't matter. This is the Jets we're talking about, who suck. Don't overthink this. Bills easily.
Jamison Crowder, play him today.
He's out.
Is he out?
Yep.
When did that happen?
Well, they've talked about it all week long, so, he got hurt on Wednesday, and they've talked about it since then. So, yeah, there will be no Jamison Crowder today.
Well, fuck, man. Buffalo minus 30.
I will say there is a receiver for the Jets I'm kind of interested in today. Mm-hmm. Denzel Mims.
Oh, he's back?
He's alive for once. I'm kind of curious to see what Denzel Mims does today. I've heard good things. But
okay.
And Sam Darnold's back, which means that we might actually throw a pass more than 5 yards downfield, which is, that gives me hope.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, shit. I was hoping Jameson was going to have a day today.
Well, he's not. He might have a great day of playing Candy Crush.
A great... He'll finally hit level 723.
And that response was brought to you by Delayed Responses. Yeah, it's Bills minus 10.
Yep.
I'm gonna go. I'm almost shocked I'm getting ready to do it. I'm gonna go over the 46.
Over 46.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna be on the under on that side. But we're in agreement on Buffalo.
Just let this be known: the over/under was higher on the first game, and it went over.
Okay.
Not saying it's going to be pretty. I see this being 35-17. Jets throw up a late touchdown to make it look closer than it was.
Okay. Green Bay and Houston. Green Bay coming off the slaughtering at the hands of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last week. Aaron Rodgers pissed off. I like all of that. Of course, Aaron Jones not going to play this week. I'm on A.J. Dillon. I know Jamal Williams is next up on the depth chart, but I could see A.J. Dillon being used as the workhorse. And they continue to use Jamal Williams as the change of pace fat back.
Fat Jamal Williams is the running back to have. If you've listened to anything I've ever said in my life, it's that I think the Houston Texans are god awful, and the Packers are not. I'm taking the Packers minus 3.5. I would have taken them minus 13.5. I think this is going to be a good old fashioned goat fucking. If and that's a term I don't use very often. This is one of those that I think could be 38-3. I mean, this could get god awful. This could be one of those days that Aaron Rodgers is laughing on the sideline in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm. Last week, Aaron Rodgers had a passer rating of 35.
Yeah, he ain't going to do that again.
That's only happened twice in his whole career.
Yeah, that ain't happening again.
And, of course, we know that Houston is bad against
bad.
everything. They're bad against the pass. They're bad against the run. It ain't good.
They're terrible.
On the other side of the field, though, for Houston, do you like their offense to be able to do anything?
No.
Nothing.
I don't like anything that ends with Houston Texan. And I say that, and Will Fuller will go 9 catches for 214 yards because fuck him. That's why.
Yep. I will say this for Will Fuller owners. I don't know if you have realized this, but I have suffered with this for the last few years.
Erectile
in dynasty
dysfunction.
leagues. No, stop that shit. No problems there. Thank you.
Lies.
Shut up. Just because I'm bald doesn't mean my dick don't work.
What's up?
I said that.
Not that.
That's right. Will Fuller, shut up. He plays in streaks, obviously. Do you know what the longest streak of games he has in his career is?
That he's
Consecutive games playing without missing time for an injury.
6.
7.
Damn it, I almost said 7.
This will be number 7.
Yeah, which means he's probably going to get a hangnail and go sit down on a bench. I go, good Lord, yeah, boy.
That's right. That's right. The 2016, 2017, he had 6 game playing streaks before having to miss at least 2 weeks with an injury. And every year since then, it has been 7 weeks. So enjoy it this week because it may be over. Hopefully it won't happen until later in the game if you are in a situation that you have to play in this week.
If I'm playing a Texans receiver, first of all, I'm going to take a couple shots of whiskey before I put him in my lineup. But if I'm playing one, it's Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks? Okay.
His rapport with Deshaun Watson has improved. He looks improved. And he doesn't get Jair Alexander. So. Will Fuller does.
And Will Fuller also, here's another streak for him. This will be his second string of 4 touchdown games where he scored a touchdown in 4 straight games. The last time he did that, he didn't score another touchdown all season.
Yeah, I don't like Will Fuller.
It's time to go.
Yep.
It's time
Packers,
to tap out.
Packers win this game easily. I will go under the 56 because I don't think the Packers can score 56 by themselves.
So take Green Bay covering the 3.5 under the 56.5. Both in agreement there. Pittsburgh and Tennessee.
This is one of my favorite games of the day.
Pittsburgh is a 1.5 point underdog on the road to the Tennessee Titans.
I like it.
Money line. There you go.
Yep, they're a money line play for me today. I love Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh's going to win this game reasonably comfortably.
I agree with you. I don't see
how Tennessee is going to move the ball against this defense. This is a hellacious defense. And guess who just went on season-ending IR?
Who's that?
Taylor Lewan. That is the starting left tackle. So now, in the course of 7 games, you've lost your starting left tackle and your starting right tackle because your starting right tackle now plays for the Cleveland Browns. I think they are going to beat Ryan Tannehill's brain out of the back of his head.
They may well just do it. I don't think that I don't see Tennessee having success with Derrick Henry on the ground. I mean, he'll get 30 carries for
90 yards.
I was gonna say 80, but but I don't see it. Obviously, if they can't run the ball, that whole offense just doesn't work because the play action doesn't work anymore, and I don't see a good day for them.
I think this is going to be something of the level of, I'll say 28-10 Pittsburgh. I want to say Pittsburgh scores more points, but they might not.
I don't know. Tennessee does not have a great pass defense. And I mean they have let Kirk Cousins and Gardner Minshew light them up already this season. They gave up 39 fantasy points to Deshaun Watson last week. I see Big Ben having a big day. And is Chase Claypool the number 1 there now?
No. Juju's still the 1. Claypool's definitely earned Big Ben's eye, as well he should. How every team in the NFL passed on Chase Claypool, I have no idea. I went back and looked at this. My rankings, receivers going into this draft class, I had Chase Claypool at 4. Did you remember that? I knew I was high on him. I didn't remember being that high on him.
I didn't remember that.
He was the fourth one behind Judy Ruggs and CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, there were two guys that you were really
and
high on.
Michael
Pittman.
Yep, Michael Pittman Jr. That was 5.
Yeah.
I had them all. I had both of them ahead of all the rest of the Brandon Ayuk's, the
Jalen Reagor.
Yep. I had Chase Claypool at 4 and Michael Pittman at 5. And if Michael Pittman hadn't gotten hurt, I think we would be talking very similarly about him.
Right. 4:05 start this afternoon. The early 4 o'clock game. Tampa Bay and Las Vegas. This one being held at the Giant Roomba. The good news for the Las Vegas Raiders is that 4 of their offensive linemen are back after COVID issues earlier.
Rona.
That's right.
Second wave.
Apparently, so Trent Brown is still on the COVID list because he actually tested positive. But the other guys were put on there because of contact tracing, and they've been cleared.
Fake news.
Fake news?
Fake news.
What, the virus or what I'm saying?
All of it.
All of it?
You know a virus is really bad when you have to be told by someone else that you have it. But I will say, with the Raiders having all of this uncertainty and all these linemen missing time at practice this week, I think your Buccaneers are going to absolutely beat the bejesus out of them.
I believe so as well. 4.5 points is not enough. They're riding high after that beat down to the Green Bay Packers last week. I don't care that and there's extra motivation for me.
I loved the Raiders until they had second wave issues all week. Mm-hmm. And yeah, now I don't.
Because you've got, of course, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on their former coach. And, I think things like that matter.
Knock on wood if you hear me, man.
Also, Ronald Jones Jr. What do you think? 3 games with 100-plus yards.
It ain't going to be 4.
Nope. You think they're going to be able to shut him down?
I think they're going to throw aggressively.
Yeah.
Oh, so you think they just abandoned the running game?
Not so much abandoned. I just don't think it's going to work. I like Vegas' defense better than most, but by God, you can burn the hell out of them on the corners.
Mm-hmm.
This is fire up every Buccaneer receiver, including Antonio Brown. Don't put him in your fantasy lineup, but he should be on teams. Now that he's here, yep, that's fun.
Yep. They're definitely going all in, and it's going to cause some.
Do you feel better about that today than you did 2 days ago?
I don't, because I'm still uneasy about how that's going to work.
Why? Because he's an absolute train wreck?
Absolutely. And I get that Tom likes him, but
Tom,
Bruce don't like him.
where's your show, Tom?
Yeah, I mean, $2.5 million if he hits all of the benchmarks. That's all it's going to cost us to win a Super Bowl. I'm good with it.
Next game,
Oh yeah, oh yeah, just cut him loose.
I would love to have heard the interaction between Bruce Arians and Antonio Brown. What you mean you know me personally, Bruce? You little bitch. We'll go catch touchdowns now. And he would do it wearing a pair of sunglasses, just like I'm doing right now.
And Bruce would look at him and go, "You know exactly what I fucking mean. Cut the shit."
Yeah, you're a train wreck. Your brain, you remember that this is your brain on drugs? Mm-hmm. That was a live look into Antonio Brown's brain. Because it has been scattered, smothered, and covered like an order of Waffle House hash browns.
Yeah. I really like Chris Godwin today. I think he's the receiver to have in this, what is now going to be the ever-revolving door of who's going to hit this week.
Buck receivers?
Buck receivers, yeah.
I like Mike Evans.
Okay.
A lot.
Any particular reason?
Because who's going to defend him?
That's a good question.
Feel good about Damon Arnett on him? Really?
No.
They could double Mike Evans, and I still don't think they have anybody good enough to even slow him down. Mm-hmm. If anybody that catches passes for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I like today.
I like Tyler Johnson.
Oh, I'm not sure I can go. I'm not sure I can go Tyler Johnson deep because all the rest of them are alive. That might be going a little far for me, but
San Francisco and New England. Well, wait a minute. We didn't do the number here. All right, so we're both on Tampa minus the 4.5. Mm-hmm. Over under the 52.
Over
the 52.
I've got it at 51.5. Just let that be known.
Okay. San Francisco and New England, 4:25 kickoff from Foxborough. How do you see this game playing out?
This is my favorite underdog pick of the week. San Francisco +3. They don't just win this game, they dominate this game.
Okay.
I will go over the 45, though, because that's too low.
All right, so for fantasy purposes, who do you like from the San Francisco 49ers?
Who do I like? I like Brandon Ayuk a little bit today. I love George Kittle. If I had to pick a running back, Jerick McKinnon.
Okay.
Who I don't love. Watch for JaMychal Hasty. Every person I know affiliated with the San Francisco 49ers has told me that name in the last week.
Mm-hmm.
So he could do some fun things. I'm not saying play him in fantasy. Just that's a name that should be on your radar.
Yep.
The New England Patriots are not good. They're just flat out not good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the San Francisco defense is better than it's played. I think this is going to be a real good day for them to get back to normal. And yeah, I like San Francisco comfortably.
What about the over/under 45?
I think it's too few, but not by much. I would avoid the hell out of it, but since I have to pick it, I'm going to go over 45.
Okay, I'm going under the 45 because I could very well see this game being, I don't know, like a 25-14 game.
How in the hell are you going to get to 25 points?
Who knows? Safety.
How many do we
It's gonna
have?
be a
Two
safety.
safeties in there?
It's going to be
25 is one of the hardest numbers in football to get to, just so you know.
New England, San Francisco plus the 3 against New England. I'm going under. He's going over the 45.
I think San Francisco is going to score points.
Kansas,
And I think New England might throw in a late fluky touchdown that pushes the number.
Rex Burkhead, yeah. Kansas City and Denver. Kansas City and Denver. Denver at home, and they are a 7.5-point dog.
I like this so much better at 9.5. I'm taking Denver plus 7.5. It's too many points. Denver's actually not a bad team, and Kansas City has not played great.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they could today. This game's in Denver. You know what happens in Denver? The air is thinner.
Mm-hmm.
And cannon arm Pat Mahomes can do all kinds of shit in that. I love every Kansas City weapon today. I like Drew Lock. I like Jerry Jeudy today.
Mm-hmm. Jerry Jeudy is one that I have pegged as
Getting
well.
Noah Fant back, allegedly. I haven't heard a confirmation on that, but looks like Noah Fant will be back this week.
Yeah. I am on Kansas City to cover the 7.5 in this game because, well, Kansas City Chiefs walking by, and I got to say that because she'll hit me if I don't. Anyway.
I think they still win, but they're not covering that number.
I think they'll cover the 7.5. I think it's a 2-score game, easy, and I will go
It's the dumbest
over the 44.
It's the dumbest over under I've ever seen.
44.
I got it at 44.5, but a game with the Kansas City Chiefs should never have an over under of 44.5. I don't care if they're playing the 85 Bears. I don't care. That's low and it's stupid and it's free money.
Okay. LA Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Chargers are a 7.5-point favorite. I don't think that's near enough.
I do. I'm going to take Jacksonville plus 7.5.
Okay. I see.
Chargers win. They're not good enough to destroy a team. I think this stays within a touchdown. Gardner probably has a shot at at that last game time drive and throws a pick to.
I see Justin Herbert picking this team apart. I really do. And the stats back me up on that. Jacksonville's pass defense allows the highest completion percentage in the NFL. Do you know where Justin Herbert ranks right now in completion percentage?
Like 4th?
No, he dropped a little bit last week. He's 9th now. But he's 68.8% of his passes. He's 3rd right now in yards per completion. And do we know who gives up the 2nd most yards per completion? It's the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, my other favorite Monkey Knife Fight. If you have not started your account at monkeyknifefight.com, use our promo code TANK, TANK. They will match your first deposit and give you a free entry into a $5 game. One of the ones that is free money this week, they're giving you who has more yards, Pat Mahomes or Gardner Minshew. And Pat only has a 20-point buffer, or a 20-yard buffer.
20 yards.
He's going to throw for 4 bills today, and Gardner Minshew's not. The other one's Keenan Allen against Travis Kelce in passing yards. Keenan Allen's actually getting a yard and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the 6 worst games Travis Kelce's ever had in his NFL career? Do you know what the commonality is? They're all against the Denver Broncos. Every one of them. My wife is a Travis Kelce fantasy football owner, and we were talking about his consistency. I went back through. Every time he's been under double-digit points, it's been against the Denver Broncos.
Damn. How's that for an anomaly?
It is a very strange one because there have been, I mean, we're talking multiple coaches.
Oh, yeah.
All kinds of shit. For whatever reason, he just does not play well against the Denver Broncos.
Nice. I think Keenan Allen is going to
And it's snowing in Denver, just let that be known.
I think Keenan Allen's going to have a marvelous day today. I like him and Justin Herbert. I don't know. Would you consider that a play in DFS to stack those two? Keenan Allen and
Justin Herbert?
And Herbert.
Yeah, I would.
All right, Sunday Night Football. They have flexed the Seattle-Arizona game to Sunday night because of the uncertainty with the Tampa Bay-Las Vegas game. So Seattle-Arizona. Seattle is a 3.5-point favorite.
Holy shit! Hold on, I just have to.
What?
It's 17 degrees in Denver.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
This is the game time temperature, and it's going to snow through the whole damn game. I did not know that.
Under.
Yep, we're changing that one to under.
Under the 44.
It's supposed to snow 5 to 9 inches today. Shit the bed.
You want to backtrack on that Pat Mahomes passing yards thing?
Yeah. Abort that. I lied to you. Take Gardner Minshew, take Keenan Allen. It's free friggin' money. I will say Pat Mahomes played in a snow game last year and still threw for like 3 bills.
He probably did.
I remember it distinctly because he had 4 touchdowns.
It probably makes him better because he's just a freak.
Yeah, that has officially become free money. It was free money before on a completely different side. Take Gardner Minshew, take Keenan Allen because it's snowing sideways in Denver.
Yep. All right, Seattle, Arizona tonight. I think Seattle will destroy Arizona tonight, but you don't see it the same way.
I know. Oh, doggy afuera.
You think Arizona's going to be able to put up points?
I do. I am taking Arizona to win this game outright.
Arizona wins outright.
Yep.
Okay. I'm definitely on the Seattle minus 3.5 because I don't think that's near enough.
Which defense is better?
Which defense is better? Is the Cardinals?
Not close. Yeah, it's not close. The Arizona offense is good enough to score points on the Seattle defense. This is going to be – I have a funky feeling this is going to be the game where all of you that have been telling me, oh, but the Seahawks score so many points. You're right. And wait till they play an offense that can keep up with them. And you're going to see that a good offense is never going to punt against this team because they know you can't stop them. They're not disciplined. They're not good. Their front seven is atrocious. I like Arizona. I think I just talked myself into loving Arizona today. I liked them before. I love them now.
Over or under the 55?
Over.
I agree. Over.
That's the easiest one.
Yeah.
I agree. That
Yeah,
is the
that-
easiest.
they
that's
might-
the easiest over under of the day.
I'm putting $10 on that right now.
They might combine for 100 points in this game. It wouldn't shock me at all.
All right, and then that brings us to Monday Night Football.
Bum, 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 bum.
Chicago Bears at the LA Rams.
This is going to be a ass kicking, in my opinion.
LA Rams -6. That's not enough. I don't know if Chicago can score on them.
I don't think they can. Honestly, I don't. Because Jalen Ramsey's going to go on Allen Robinson. And he's going to follow him around like a puppy dog, and that's not going to go well for them. The number one thing that Chicago has struggled with is interior pressure, and guess who's on the interior of that defense? A big old dude named Aaron Donald. Yeah, I love the Rams this week.
Under the 45, though.
I'm not there with you.
Come on. The Rams can't score 45 on their own, can they?
No, but I think the Bears are going to score just enough. The Rams can score, and they can score fast. I could easily see a path that the Rams throw up 30-plus points here, which means the Bears have to get in the end zone twice to cover this.
You're going over.
God, I have a lot of overs today. This is going to be a very high-scoring week if I'm correct.
All right, he's going
I
over.
only took the under on 4 games all week. Yikes. That's not good, and I just noticed it. So, what up?
Fair enough. I can't wait to see them this afternoon. We'll be down here hanging out at the Social in East Asheville. Of course, we're here every Sunday. They got every game on the televisions with the NFL Sunday Ticket. They got the best wings in town. I'm going to tear up some fucking school pizza today.
I'm going to kill some wings. I've wanted a wing for a week. I cannot emphasize enough. I will be on Twitter at @JGreenESPN. Follow me. I will be answering all of your fantasy football betting, good, fun, money questions. I will also be giving out monkey knife fight plays on my Twitter. Follow me at @JGreenESPN. There are the thing I love about this site is the games are in a constant circle, so new things come up. When they fill, new things come up. So I will be giving out plays. Use our promo code TANK, T-A-N-K, at sign up. They will match your initial deposit up to $50 and give you a free $5 game.
Real quick on the DFS side, let's talk about top quarterback to play this week.
The top quarterback to play this week?
Who's your guy you think is going to do the absolute best this week?
Josh Allen.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it's real hard to not take one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL who's had 2 shitty weeks in a row against the worst defense I've ever seen.
I'm
Actually,
close.
that's a lie. It's not the worst defense I've ever seen. It's the worst team I've ever seen.
I'm close on Josh Allen and Justin Herbert.
I like Kyler Murray a lot, too. Just throwing that out there. I really hate that they flex that game to the night slate because Kyler Murray was 100% my quarterback on DraftKings. Fucking Rona. Raiders.
Running back. Who are you targeting at running back?
I do like Kareem Hunt a lot today. I think you touched on that one. Zeke's going to eat today. I feel very sure that they're going to do everything in their power to not lose another division game. In terms of running backs, Kamara. Kamara's going to go nanners. I mean, Kamara might have 50 today. This is the worst team against running backs in the league, and Kamara is the number 1 weapon on that team by a mile and a half.
The only weapon on that team.
If you're trying to go cheap, fat Jamal Williams. If you want to be ballsy, you can go A.J. Dillon. I think they're going to split carries pretty evenly, and I can't believe I'm about to say this. I actually like Jamal Williams better.
Wow.
What about Kenyon Drake?
I don't love Kenyon Drake. Kenyon Drake, the more time goes on, and I understand he just had a good game against the Cowboys. I get it. The more time goes on, the more convinced I am that Chase Edmonds is actually the best running back on that team from a sheer talent perspective. And I think eventually Cliff Kingsbury is going to figure that out. I mean, I don't hate him. You could do markedly worse than Kenyon Drake. I like one that's really off the wall, and I can't explain it to you. I like James Conner a lot this week. Like a shitload. And I understand Tennessee's good defensively. They're good against the run. I don't care. I think they're going to have to sell out so hard against the pass because Ben will torture them if they're not careful.
Yep.
I think them selling out in the back 7 is going to leave running lanes for James Conner. I've come back to him 15 times this week, and I can't get it out of my head, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say it out loud.
Okay. Also, Antonio Gibson, a guy we mentioned earlier in the program. Any running back goes up against the Dallas Cowboys after Kenyon Drake looked like a video game last week.
Yeah, Adam Harris is right. JaMychal Hasty, if you're trying to be contrarian, if you're you need a cheap guy, I think he's going to get some tote. There is no Tevin Coleman. There is no Raheem Mostert. And Jerick McKinnon is probably the most breakable running back in the NFL. I would never wish an injury on anybody, but the guy gets hurt every time he gets touched.
Right.
So would it shock anybody if he went out in the first quarter and it was literally JaMychal Hasty and no one else?
Are you spending big for wide receivers this week?
I mean, I like some. I don't mind your pick, Odell Beckham. Joe Burrow in DFS is really intriguing to me. He leads the NFL in passing attempts. I'm not. The thing I can't figure out is who the hell does Cleveland put Denzel Ward on? I mean, who's the one there? Because they're not going to put Denzel Ward in the slot against Tyler Boyd. No. So is it A.J. Greene or is it T. Higgins? Because whoever it's not, I like that guy.
After A.J.'s big week last week, I don't know that you don't go back to him and say, we're going to make sure he doesn't do it.
You might. I'm willing to take the risk. I like Tyler Boyd a lot. Any receiver in Detroit, Atlanta, that's the game I'm stacking, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
I'm stacking the shit out of that game. I have Stafford with Galladay, and I have Julio Jones. I think this is a Julio Jones week.
Okay.
He's not going to be bad forever.
Last week was a Julio Jones week.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
Okay.
But he's got a long way to go to get himself back in that, statistical tier that he's used to being.
Right, the upper echelon that he always finishes in. Consistency is the number one thing with Julio Jones.
Yep.
If he sucks at the beginning of the year, then you know it's going to be a great ride to the last half of the year because the guy's just, I was going to say terribly inconsistent or terribly consistent, but that would make it sound like a pejorative, and that's not what I aim to do here.
Pejorative. Your defense on DraftKings should be the Bills if you're and FanDuel and all the other. There's not another defense in the league that you even need to screw with.
Mm-hmm. How about tight ends? We haven't covered tight ends. Do you care?
Not really.
Not really.
Harrison Bryant. They like him a lot in Cleveland. Njoku's going to get the first snaps. I won't be shocked if Harrison Bryant actually outsnaps him.
Okay.
They like him as a receiver. He reminds them of Austin Hooper. He's very Hunter Henry-ish. Won't shock me if he gets in the end zone today. Cincinnati's a good team to try shit on. Kind of like my god-awful New York Jets. If we find out who the tight end is for Buffalo, I don't hate him either. It's not going to be Dawson Knox. I don't know who it's going to be.
Did they go out and sign like Delaney Walker?
I have no clue. All four of them were in contact tracing, second wave.
Yeah, because Dawson got it, right?
Yeah, Dawson Knox has it.
Yeah, Dawson was the one that got it, and then the other three tight ends got, locked away. All right, we're looking forward to the Titans. The fucking Titans today, yeah. Steelers and the Titans. Obviously, the big game in the 1 o'clock slate. I am excited for the Browns and the Bengals because I think the Browns are going to have another one of those days, and then we'll just get to. Yep, and then we'll just get to hear Jeremy once again bash Baker Mayfield for having a 300-yard game.
Baker sucks. He really, really sucks.
Lions-Falcons is going to be fun. Green Bay, watching them bounce back against the Houston Texans as well. It's going to be a fun day down here at the Social in East Asheville. Best wings in town. They got food and drink specials as well. They got the Kansas City Chief fan, Christina, behind the bar as well today. So come on down and take care of her, and we'll see you down here as well. At the Sportsocracy on all of the social medias. Be sure to like it, share it, and follow it. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene. We'll be with you throughout the afternoon with a few updates live from East Asheville.